Lawry, Assistant Professor of Consumer Science at Purdue University. Throughout the pandemic, we've seen an increase in demand for candy, and this increase in demand was so unprecedented that many candy producers did not expect it. So the problem is that now that we're reaching Halloween, there's going to be an even greater surge in demand over Halloween, and so they are not prepared to sort of address this surge that is going to happen. It's very similar to like if you're going to plan to take a trip from Indiana to Maine and you've allotted a certain amount of gas to get there, but then you decide to stop on the way and go to Niagara Falls, you no longer have enough gas to get to Maine. Right? So a very similar situation. There is one producer in particular who has been very just transparent about their inability to produce enough candy, and that is Hershey's. Right? So Hershey's has said that they're not certain that they're going to be able to kind of deal with this surge in demand around Halloween. So naturally, as it happens within business, some of their competitors are going to fill in the gaps. And so a company like Mars is likely to step up and try to increase their production to take advantage of this situation. I think it is also a good opportunity for local kind of candy shops and small producers to do some marketing and get people into their stores, because then they can say, oh, well, these big candy giants cannot sort of handle Halloween, but we can do it, right? So it's also a good opportunity for much smaller producers too. Supply chains for candy are a lot more complicated than you realize. So it is true that the candy is ultimately made in a factory somewhere in the middle of America, but the ingredients come from all over the world. So the milk fat, the palm oil, the cacao, everywhere from Latin America to New Zealand is kind of contributing to the ingredients within that candy. With the stress of the war in Ukraine, as well as inflation increasing the prices on shipping, there can be sort of cogs along the way. And if you have a single cog within this kind of global network, it slows down the production process. And so that is also contributing to the shortage too.